beginning, God. In the beginning, God created. If you understand that scripture, in the beginning, before you start anything, before you give birth to anything, God has to be there. In the beginning, God was there. The beginning of your child, the beginning of your education, the beginning of your marriage, the beginning of your wealth, the beginning of your money that you're seeking for right now, the beginning of your business, God has to be there. At the forefront of everything. It is the first line of the Bible. But
many times we forget about
we remember to call upon God when we have problems. We start businesses He never told us to start. And in the middle of them failing, we are like, please God, come and help me. I've been giving tithe, I've been seeding, I'm helping the poor, the orphans and everything. You mention everything you're doing. But in the beginning, He was never there. He cannot finish what He didn't start. He will not finish what He did not start. Because His name is Alpha and Omega. He starts and finishes. He will not finish what He did not start. So oralero, as we prepare ourselves to go into our blessings, as we prepare ourselves to birth big and mighty things, I need you to forget the former things. I need you to let go of everything that Jesus wasn't a part of. You need to go back to the beginning. Invite Him into your problems once again. Invite Him into your business, into your marriage. You need to invite Him back. And one of the things that we discover, I think it's in the book of Exodus. God wanted to send Moses back to the people of Israel,
to get them out of bondage.
Naye Musa yamubuuza ekintu kimu.
But Moses asked him one question.
Who are you?
Tigwani.
Katonda n'amweddiramu.
God answered him.
I'm Jireh.
Nze
ndi.
I am whom I am.
So before he went ahead and embarked on that journey, yamubuuza gwani, ngenda ngani.
I go as who?
N'agamba ogenda kugenda ng'oyitira mu nze nze.
He told him you're going to go
We've seen that story. Ey'okuva mu ddungu nga bajja bayitawo.
From the wilderness as they are
We
moving.
have seen it happen.
Tukirabye nga kituukawo.
Naye byonna byasobola okubeera Katonda wakati mu kulemesebwa kwonna, wakati nga Pharaoh abalemesezza, in the midst all the trials and tribulations and the problems they faced, they won. Ne batuuka to the end.
And they reached their
Because in the beginning God was there.
There.
But in this journey, my sisters and brothers, we go on to another stage of preparation. That is you. You need to be prepared as well. Where you need to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, how can you give birth? You might be one of these confused people these days. These days we hear on the news people complaining and fighting and quarreling because they've been called she or he, and when they want to be called it and them and they. You've heard of them? Ababagamba, don't call me a she.
Those who said
when I stand before you, what do you see? A she. But they are confused people who don't know who they are. Nebagamba, don't call me she. I'm not mom.
They say don't
I've
call
seen
me
a lot
she,
of those
mama.
TikTok videos completely complaining, I'm not mom, I'm them, I'm it like a dog. They call themselves it like dogs.
Know yourself today.
You need to know who you are. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Neryoke tugamba nti we were created
and
in
it
God's
says
image.
that twatondebwa mu kifaananyi kya Katonda.
Kansomewo quickly. And then God said, let us make man in our image. Man in this case doesn't mean the male form. It is not a gender. It is not limited to gender. It is humankind. Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over fish, over sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and everything that creeps on and under this world. And someone comes and calls themselves a dog, an it. I'm not shh, I'm an it. I'm not a he, I'm an it. No, wait, it's something you're supposed to have dominion over.
And you call yourself something.
Before we birth big and mighty things, we need to know who we are. Oye yakera ku makya n'agamba takyali mukazi ayagala kuba musajja, oba takyayagala kuba musajja kati ayagala kubeera mukazi. Really asobola okuzaala?
Can they give birth?
Physically, it is impossible. Spiritually, it is impossible. Not just physical birth of our children. Naye n'emirembe tasobola kugizaala.
Even you can't give birth to peace.
Essanyu tasobola kulizaala.
They can't give birth to joy.
Obugumiikiriza bwamubula dda teyabuzaala.
They lost patience long time ago.
N'alowooza nti the man is better, so I'm going to transit and become a man.
And they thought being a man
discover who you are. We need to know who we are. We are children of God. We are children of God. Given every right on this earth to take over, to multiply, to birth big and mighty things, to have dominion over dogs, cows, ghosts, demons, dominion over all that. Byonna tubiinako obuyinza kati gwabadde agamba naye nze emizimu kawuula story. You have dominion over that. That is our portion. Ogwo gwe mugabo gwaffe ng'abaana ba Katonda. John chapter 1 verse 12. For us to become true children of God, we have to speak with our mouth, believe with our hearts. Is there anyone in the house who's not born again? Is there anyone who's not born again? Nga tonnakkiriza Yesu nga leero kye kikuleese. You've made a wise decision. Kubanga byonna ebisuubizo weebiri.
Because all promises exist.
Big and mighty things will only be given birth to by those who are children of God. You get out of the general grace and you get a specific grace. N'ofuna ekisa ekyenjawulo ng'omwana wa Katonda. Ovaayo mu buddu.
You get out of slavery
and
you become a child of God.
John chapter 1 verse 12. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God. Eri oyo yenna akkiriza Yesu Kristo okuba omulokozi we, aweereddwa
mwana wa ggulu.
I am a child of God.
Ndi mwana wa Katonda.
At that moment when my parents told me to leave,
mu biro ebyo abazadde bange bwe baŋŋamba ŋŋende,
it was painful.
kyali kiruma.
Very, very painful.
Kyannuma nnyo.
But I keep reminding myself.
Naye nsigala nejjukanya.
Verse 26. No, it's Galatians chapter 3 verse 26. Sons and daughters of God. You are all sons and daughters of God through faith in Jesus Christ.
Who has faith in Jesus?